I'm Ron Paul, and I approve this message.
What's going on, y'all? You're back. I'm your host, Paco. You're listening to Occupy the Media. Excuse me, just taking a couple hits of that Ron Paul OG Kush. But anyway, speaking of that, NBC Bay Area news: pot growers ordered to pay PG&E restitution. Let's see here. The three men pleaded no contest to several charges surrounding the operation of marijuana grow houses. So 3 Bay Area men convicted of illegally growing marijuana were ordered by a judge to pay restitution to Pacific Gas and Electric Company for bypassing electric meters at their grow houses. The judge ordered Mon Chai Chan, 32, to pay PG&E $42,000 and Men Vong, 36, to write a check for $13,117. A third defendant, K. Chung Yip, 32, failed to appear in court and an arrest warrant was issued for him. And let's see, the two homes were raided, of course, after more than 6 months of surveillance. So the drug war is on. It is real. This is not a joke. I'm tweeting it. I'm tweeting it right now on Occupy the MSM. It's real out here, man. We said earlier on the news, CNN said something about Bradley Manning is saying he wants his charges dismissed. And that's good. They do need to be dismissed. Instead of dismissing our rights and our freedoms in the Constitution. Let's see, what was this other report I had? Something that just came in today, too. The feds make their first arrest in BP oil case, but it's not the CEO though. The head honcho. Let's see. BP engineer intentionally deleted more than 300 text messages saying the company's effort to control the Gulf of Mexico oil spill were failing, and that the amount of oil leaking was far more than what the company reported. The U.S. Justice Department said Tuesday. Of course, a lot of people knew it was far more. The government won't listen, and then, let's see, in the first criminal charges related to the deadly explosion of the Deepwater Horizon rig in April 2010, the Justice Department arrested Kurt Mix and charged him with 2 counts of obstruction of justice for allegedly destroying evidence sought by federal authorities, officials announced in a statement. The charges came a day before a federal judge in New Orleans was to consider a motion granting preliminary approval of a $7.8 billion civil settlement between BP and a committee of plaintiffs in a civil case. Shrimp processors have raised objections, saying the settlement does not adequately compensate them. So yeah, we got one arrest. How long has it been? When was the oil spill? How long ago was that? I swear, man, this is amazing, man. But I just don't get it. That one arrest is small fish they're probably arresting. We're not going to go after the people that's really behind it. I think they said what Goldman Sachs got ties to BP as well, I believe. Might need to fact check that, but I wouldn't be surprised. And let's see here. So yeah, word is going around that Newt Gingrich might be dropping out. And I want to know what happens to his delegates. I wonder if he gets control of them. I'm not sure what happens to him, but I'm pretty sure it's all part of the plan, whatever it is they're trying to do. Newt Gingrich has, like, no support. I mean, who's a Newt Gingrich supporter? Like, I don't understand that. But I also played a clip earlier today. Matter of fact, I'll play that little clip real quick. What was this on? Saw on CNN the other day. Let me see. I want to make sure it doesn't clip on me. Let's see.
$150-year-old Secret Service agency. Mitt Romney is pushing forward to November. He took a sort of victory lap while speaking at the Republican National Committee gathering in Arizona yesterday. Romney split his message between a call for party unity and attacks on President Obama, and a word for his past and present Republican rivals.
Let me also commend the people who had the courage to run for president on our side of the aisle this year. Some still running, some have gotten out of the race, but each contributed to the process. Each of them campaigned in an aggressive and dynamic way to spread our message of conservatism, and each is going to play a vital role in making sure that we win in November.
It isn't over yet, man. I forgot about that part at the beginning. I want you to hear the Newt Gingrich part, but Mitt Romney, I forgot he talked at the beginning. It's not over, man. Talking about we did a good race. They campaigned. The media, along with the GOP, the establishment, they're all orchestrating together. They say, let's act like it's over so everybody else will think it's over. Here's another reason why I know Ron Paul's going to get the most votes today, but it ain't going to be reported that way. It's because a lot of people that would vote for Romney are just decided and face the fact that it is going to be Romney. They already think he's a nominee. So why are they going to go vote for him? You know, they don't really care. They're not motivated. They might not get out and go vote, but Ron Paul supporters are. And people that are non-Romney, they are too. So we already know the votes are going to be tampered with. And they ain't going to come out right. And now they're acting like it's all over, and watch what they do tonight after these races. And let's see. I want you to hear the Newt Gingrich part.
On Monday, Romney will be campaigning in Philadelphia with Florida Senator Marco Rubio. He's been mentioned as a possible running mate. But before Rubio makes that campaign stop, you can catch him on State of the Union with Candy Crowley right here tomorrow, 9 a.m.
The immigration
Eastern.
issue is critical.
Presidential hopeful Newt Gingrich doesn't have much of a chance of becoming the nominee, but he doesn't want to give up the perks of still being in the race. That includes a Secret Service following him everywhere. It could be costing taxpayers more than $40,000 a day. His campaign has come under attack for wasteful spending. And in spite of his struggling campaign, his chief donor, Sheldon Adelson's family, gave his super PAC another $5 million last month. That brings their total contribution to more than $20 million so far.
Yeah, if Newt ain't have that millionaire right there giving him all that money, he wouldn't have any campaign. He wouldn't be going anywhere. He ain't going to spend his own money. So he's costing the taxpayers $40,000 a day to have this big dude walking around everywhere saying a bunch of nothing, flip-flop on issues like Mitt Romney, not a conservative. And, we're paying $40,000 a day to protect Newt Gingrich. I'm not worried about Newt Gingrich. I'm pretty sure he's fine in his house in, I think, Virginia. He will be okay. But we need to stop paying for that. He needs to get out of the race. You want to get some more money? Ask that millionaire to keep giving you money. Your supporters ain't giving you no money. Even the small amount of people you got that like you ain't giving you no money. And talking about run as a conservative and the conservative message and take over the White House with conservative values, you're in debt. Your own campaign's in debt. How are you going to help the country get out of debt? How long you been running? You ain't even running for president that long. You in debt? This is crazy, man. Someone else's campaign is in debt as well. What, Rick Santorum asking supporters for money after your campaign's over with, after you dropped out? Yeah, I'm going to give you money after you drop out. These guys are funny. They're funny. So hopefully Newt Gingrich will drop out, but whatever they do, it's all because of Ron Paul. The timing, whenever they do something, whatever they do, it's all because of Ron Paul. Remember that. The media, now the way they talk in the news, sometimes the way they report, the way they combat certain arguments, because Ron Paul is infecting the message everywhere. He's infecting everyone with the truth. So now it's catching on, and they're talking about things. They have to address things they never had to address before. So we are winning. And coming up at the end before the end of the show on the next break, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about Ron Paul supporters versus Ron Paul activists. And there is a difference, in my view. I mean, you could call it a different name. We can label it something else, whatever. It don't matter. But in my view, that's what we got to call it. This is possibly our last chance for Ron Paul to be president. Our last chance. And I don't know about you, but I do not want Obama in office. I don't want anybody else. It's not like it really matters. If Ron Paul ain't president, it doesn't matter. Anyways, we're going to talk about that when I get back. I'm your host, Paco. You're listening to Occupy the Media. We'll be back.